1,
Trio.
2,
Kanye.
3,
Ready position.
4,
Junbi.
5,
High twist stance.
6,
Low close stance.
7,
Horse stance.
8,
Back stance.
9,
Low twist stance.
10,
Front stance.
11,
Front kick stance.
12,
Side kick stance.
13,
Round kick stance.
and down. Good.
Alright, my name is Mr. RJ, and what we're going to be doing today is going over some of the basic curriculum. The first set of curriculum that we'll go over is our 13 basic stances. This is something that we do in our junior belt class. We also do it in our Tiny Tiger and Little Dragons, only going up to either 4 or 5 of the basic stances, but you get a good chance to see all of them going through the first 13. So I'll start from the beginning. The first stance is called your Churyo or your attention position. So what will happen is the instructor calls off the number, and then you respond by saying the name of the position and then also performing and going to the position as well. So number 1 is Churyo. My feet are together, hands by my side, chest out, my chin is up, I'm looking straight ahead. 2 is Kanye. I bow for 3 seconds, I keep my eyes straight ahead, and I come right back up. Number 3 is ready position. My feet will go apart, my hands will come into a fist, and I'll go right down in front of myself. Number 4 is Junbi. Now, what happens here is I just turn to my left side, my hands come up, and all I do is turn my left foot over. So again, I start here, ready position, my left foot turns, hands come up for Junbi. Number 5 is high twist stance. This is where I take my back foot, I turn over, performing a pivot on the back foot. In the 13 basic stances, you'll respond by saying high twist stance. Number 6 now is low close stance. So I bring my feet back together, bend my knees, bend down, and it's called low close stance. Now number 7 is our horse stance here. So I'll take my left foot, I'll step out, hands go by my rib cage, and I'm sitting down. The weight ratio is 50-50, and it'll be your horse stance. Now number 8 now will be your back stance. All you do here is this. You're going to take your left foot, turn it out, so now you're in the shape of an L. Hands come back up on your chest, and you'll say back stance. Now the weight ratio here is 40% of your weight on your front leg, 60% of your weight on your back leg. Again, that's why it's called back stance, because a little bit more of your weight will be pointed or positioned on the back leg. From here, number 9 will be low twist stance. So just like the high twist stance, the low twist stance, all I do is take my back foot and I turn it over. So now this is a low twist stance. Number 10 now is a front stance. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my back foot, I'm going to bring it up and step out, hands back by the rib cage. This is called front stance. So the weight ratio is 90-10. So the majority of the weight is on my front legs. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the back stance and the front stance in a different direction here. So my back stance, what happens is my feet are positioned just like this. My front foot, my toes are pointed straight ahead, my back foot to the side, again, making the shape of the letter L. My hands are up on my chest. This is a back stance. Now, from a front stance, what I'd be doing here is this. My front foot, the toes are forward. My back foot, the toes are forward. You notice my feet are a little wider than shoulder width here. The closer my feet are, the harder it is to balance. But also, you tend to take that back foot and point those toes out. We don't want that happening. All 10 toes are pointed straight ahead, hands by your rib cage. This is called front stance. Now, the last 3 stances are all kicking stances here. So when I say 11, we come up, front kick stance. So from here, your leg just comes straight up. Now watch, when my leg comes up, it comes up at least waist level. You want your toes pointed down. Now number 12 would be side kick stance. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bottom foot and I pivot. So I'm turning my foot over to where my heel will be pointed towards the direction I'm going in. And my knee is pulled into my stomach. Now 13 will be round kick stance. All I did was take my leg and pull it back, and then that would be your round kick stance. Now again, the pivot for the high twist stance and the low twist stance is where you're turning your heel over to get your hip behind. The pivot for your side kick and round kick stance is different. So watch again. My heel, wherever my target area is, I am pointing to wherever I'm going. And that's what my pivot would be doing on the kicking stances. And that concludes the 13 basic stances.